Ladies and gentlemen, this is Juan from the somewhat maybe international professional wrestling podcast, Bytethat, which is available over at bytethat.com, iTunes, and Stitcher. And you can also follow us on Twitter by looking up at ByteThatCast. Remember, it is Byte with a Y. So without further ado, welcome to the second part of the Bytethat Byties 2013.
And ladies and gentlemen, possibly the most important award of the entire show, presented by Slammy Award-winning Keith Poshik, the Poshik Award.
The Poshik Award, the thing that makes you cringe every time you think about it. That thing that you're like, oh, are they really doing that again? Like, oh my god, do we really have to put up with that? And the nominees are the WWE App. Like, seriously. There's an app count. Like, how many times... If they tell me how to download the app one more time, I might go postal. WWE kills Fandangoing. Just the momentum that Fandango had after the Raw after WrestleMania, and just the way that they mismanaged it, put it down our throats and just made us go, ugh, Fandangoing. The Great Khali still wrestling. Like, seriously, he's still wrestling. Come on. Eva Marie's acting.
Throw her wrestling seriously. In there, too.
Yeah, and wrestling also applies. I mean, earlier on one of our first podcasts, I compared Eva Marie to a real doll. I don't take that comparison back. And the winner of the first inaugural Poshik Award goes to... the WWE App. Like, seriously, do something with that app, or just, like, don't use it at all, because they're making funny things at me. Because if you don't... Okay. If you're gonna mention the app 100... God fucking damn it, you made me lose my train of thought.
You're done, kid. We played your music, you're out.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, just adding most Sin Cara-like. Third time's the charm. Most Sin Cara-like of the year, presented by Ryan McNulty.
Alright, we got most Sin Cara-like of the year. Okay, this prestigious award goes out annually to whoever acts the most like Sin Cara. So, I guess this could technically in the future be a botch award, but for this year it's special. And the nominees are, for most Sin Cara-like of the year, nominee number 1, Sin Cara. You know, I'd say Sin Cara did a pretty good job of being like Sin Cara this year. So, that's why he got nominated. And nominee number 2, Hunico. Hunico was also pretty damn good Sin Cara this year. So now the winner is Hunico. Hunico wins most Sin Cara-like of the year because arguably Hunico is a better Sin Cara than Sin Cara is a Sin Cara. That is your winner.
Now, the Golden Shovel Award, presented once again by Ryan McNulty. Go.
Alright, the Golden Shovel Award, named famously after a shovel, which is golden, and buries people. It is owned by Triple H, and it
/ the Triple H Award.
Office. Yes. So this category is for anyone who was derailed from their push or lost a lot of momentum and was essentially buried over the year. Tensai would have been last year, probably. Anyway, so the nominees for the Golden Shovel Award are, number 1, Dolph Ziggler. He had his amazing moment where he cashed in Money in the Bank, had the concussion, and he has just not been able to get back his momentum ever since that concussion. He lost the belt and hasn't been relevant since. Number 2, Ryback. Ryback, at the latter part of 2012, was super hot, like looking damn sexy in that fucking singlet. Anyway, he lost all momentum after
Feed me more.
He lost all momentum, losing pay-per-views for a year straight. But coming into this year, he still had some momentum, lost it all, and is now teaming with Curtis Axel. So there's that. Nominee number 3, Damien Sandow. 2014. Arguably had, great potential. He still does have great potential. Won Money in the Bank, lost. He's had matches here and there, hasn't done anything since. People had high hopes for him. Losing Money in the Bank really killed him. Nominee number 4, Jack Swagger. Guy comes back, wins Elimination Chamber, has a world title match at WrestleMania. His DUI certainly didn't help him. Now he is in a tag team, so he has fallen quite a bit. Still in a cool tag team with Cesaro, but not world champion. And the winner is...
Big Hoss.
Ryback. I don't think anyone's fallen harder and faster and more sexily than the big guy. Yes, Ryback is just in a bad situation from where he was. He had a lot of momentum. He was super over, and all that was killed. He lost so many pay-per-views. No one's really fallen as far as Ryback, so he is given the Golden Shovel Award.
Now announcing the announcer of the year, Keith. Bullshit. We're terrible at this.
Yeah, this is really bad. So, announcer of the year, it's the voice that you listen to every single time you listen to wrestling. They're really the thing that can make... Exactly. They're the thing that can make or break a wrestling show when it comes down to it. And now the nominees are JBL. Came back this year. Does his little dumb... Did he come back last year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Oh, shit. Came back last year. Oh, fuck. Oh, I hate you.
Michael Cole.
Michael Cole.
Number 2.
He's the voice of the WWE these days. He's the guy on every show, Raw, SmackDown, tells you how to download the WWE app. I mean, that was Poshik Award worthy, right? William Regal. William Regal's kind of becoming the voice of NXT, if you ask me. He's the guy that just, he gets down and dirty in the technical. He's the wrestling fans commentator.
He's the guy that talks about the matches as they happen.
Well, not just that, but he goes and what each move does and why it hurts the other guy. He gets super technical.
And how much damage, and if it's super effective. I gotcha.
Exactly.
No, he made a relevant point there. I'll give him that.
Y'all are making my awards look like shit, so I'm fucking getting real mad at y'all. Number 4.
Payback.
Number 4, Renee Young. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but she's just recently started commentating on NXT.
It's correct.
Yeah, for a few weeks.
And she's just kind of been adding a comedy factor. It's not really something you hear in WWE commentary a lot. Kind of well, if this guy, or makes funny, stupid jokes. It's hard to describe, but you know what I mean.
I'll say something real quick. We added Renee Young simply because it's actually a big deal that there's a female commentator, because it doesn't happen often. And although she's probably not the best, it's very different. It's a different thing that you haven't seen yet. So for that alone, it was worth a nomination.
And the winner is... JBL. JBL is the Bytie announcer of the year, just because that's what's up.
And he likes to annoy Michael Cole with shit like that, so...
Exactly.
Now announcing the best moment of the year.
Now we're getting to the nitty gritty, folks. We're getting to the deep down secrets of the best moments of
and
2013.
Juan likes it when you
beginning.
go deep. Just listen to last week's podcast.
Nice plug.
Thank you.
Get it? Now time for the best moment of the year, folks. The following are the nominees for the best moment of the year. These are simply the moments that when you watch them, you know you're getting something special that you're going to be talking about, not just for the next year, not just for the second one, but for pretty much every top whatever WWE DVD. Number 1, the audience during the Sheamus versus Randy Orton match after WrestleMania. I don't think one person knows a damn move that happened in that match because that crowd was too busy being awesome, Keith included, I guess you could say.
I want to slam me for that.
Exactly, folks. Number 2, Mark Henry's retirement speech. He had everybody in the palm of his hands. Everybody thought that he was really going to retire. And then boom, wham, bam, kabazzle. Henry turns on John Cena and gets one shot at the championship. Number 3, Dolph Ziggler cashes in. Something that a lot of people thought was going to happen at WrestleMania. Technically, well, not really. A lot of people expected this to happen over at WrestleMania, but it didn't. It happened the night after, and that crowd was already erupt throughout the entire show, and then we saw that happen. And number 4, Antonio Cesaro swings the Great Khali. Now, this sounds kind of wrong if you put it out of context, but as these two are making funny faces and Keith is apparently blowing air, have fun with that. Antonio Cesaro has done the big swing to a lot of guys, but seeing it done on a guy like the Great Khali is definitely a sight to behold, and you got to respect the guy. So the winner of the best moment of the year for 2013 is Mark Henry's retirement speech. That thing had absolutely everything. The fact that
that's what he does.
You had people crying. Exactly, that is what he does. You had people crying over Twitter, Facebook. You saw the crowd shots. Everybody
they were chanting,
was in the palm of his hands,
Henry,
like I mentioned.
For frick's sake.
Exactly. Because a lot of times you'll suspect, and a lot of people were afterwards like, oh, I knew that was going to happen because Cena was still there. The fact that the majority of the audience, both live and watching TV, thought that was really happening, and then you heard him say, "That's what I do" at the end. That's what I do is what solidified Mark Henry as the best moment of the year.
Now announcing promo of the year, Ryan McNulty.
All right, so now we're gonna go the category promo of the year. So we highlighted what we felt were the strongest, best promos of the year. Our first nominee is AJ Lee with her pipe bomb or her pipe bombshell on the Divas division during the whole start of Total Divas. This was far and away the best diva promo possibly ever. I'm not gonna go out and say for sure on that, but definitely within the last decade or more. Just an amazing promo. Number 2 just says John Cena's, but I'm going to assume they're actually referring to last week's promo. Last week's promo with the whole Ascension thing, you know, with Conor O'Brien and Rick Victor. No, the whole Ascension ceremony. And someone just typed in John Cena's cock ate his butter. But anyway, no, honestly, possibly John Cena's best ever promo was during that Ascension ceremony. Brought Daniel Bryan into the mix to cool the crowd off and put him over and sell the pay-per-view. He sold the whole pay-per-view in one promo. It was excellent. Number 3, CM Punk's Box with God promo against The Rock. This actually is probably considered pipe bomb number 2 for CM Punk, his second biggest promo, arguably. He started off saying things about how people underrated superstars like I almost called him TJ, I guess, Tyson Kidd and Daniel Bryan. There were workhorses that had to belittle themselves with catchphrases and stuff. He was getting real with people, and also his famous line about arms too short to box with God against The Rock was excellent. And then our final promo, which probably had the most lasting impact of any of them, was Stephanie McMahon's B+ promo the night before It was before or after SummerSlam. It was after. It might have been not Go Home, the show directly after SummerSlam, and that started the whole authority angle. Really, it really got it underway, and the whole B+ player thing. Great promo. Anyway, the winner is CM Punk's Box with God promo. We selected this one because we felt it was just the most badass of all of them, and sort of the one afterwards where you're like, damn, I want to like watch that again, look up the transcript or whatever the hell. It was the one I know we were talking about the most.
Yeah, best match of the year. All right, now we're going to look at all the great matches of 2013, actually only 4 of them, and decide which one is the match of the year. So... so the first...
I love you guys.
And the matches are... CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar from SummerSlam 2013. I mean, this match was just a fight, a brutal fight. There was nothing really technical about it. Just CM Punk and Brock Lesnar beat the living crap out of each other. Number 2, John Cena versus CM Punk from the February 25th edition of Raw. This was a match between John Cena and CM Punk to decide who's going to face The Rock at the Elimination Chamber. Just a great match. It was a match so good that they both got fined for using a pile driver during it. Match number 3, CM Punk versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 29. Just another amazing match. It was the Punk going against the streak, told a great story. Just a lot of fun to watch. I mean, it was the match that got the most cheers from WrestleMania and kind of killed the crowd all at the same time because they were just so excited. And finally, Daniel Bryan versus John Cena from SummerSlam 2013. Just a great build-up and a great match. It was Daniel Bryan's first official WWE title win. It was the birth of Daniel Bryan's running knee, and it was just a really good match altogether. And now, the winner of Best Match of the Year. John Cena versus CM Punk from the February 25th edition of Monday Night Raw. Just a great match. I mean, there was complete out of nowhere spots like the pile driver I mentioned earlier. John Cena did a standing hurricanrana, and it was just a real fun match to watch.
Also, the winner fought The Rock at Mania, not Elimination Chamber.
Was it?
Close enough.
Close enough.
Because Cena won, remember?
Right. Fuck.
Now announcing the 2013 Superstar of the Year.
By the way, before I announce the nominees, I do want to clarify, we primarily watch WWE. We do want to venture out. So obviously, Superstar of the Year, we don't say WWE because it includes one guy from TNA. We hope that changes next year. Not that there's no TNA guys, but we expand our horizons. I just want to clarify
fucking
that
TNA, step it up. Let's go. Chip chop.
That being said, here are the nominees.
Appleton.
Number 1. Absolutely. Number 1, John Cena. Say what you want about John Cena, but he actually had a pretty good year. He came back from injury. He cut a couple of great promos, great matches. He's been involved in a lot of good stuff, and you gotta respect the guy for actually putting Dana Bryan over multiple times, both in matches and especially in the promos like we saw on Raw this week. Number 2, CM Punk. CM Punk lost a little bit of steam this year as compared to the last year. That being said, he's still been involved in a lot of great stuff. He just won our promo of the year, and he's still here. He's still here getting ready for WrestleMania. We don't know where he's going to be going, but we hope it's something great.
And one thing to point out, he was on 3 of the 4 matches of the year we had, so I think that speaks for itself.
So bite that. Yeah, how about it?
Number 3, Dana Bryan. I don't think this needs a lot of explanation, but I don't think it's... When's the last time we saw a guy so universally liked by both the casuals and
Yes.
the smarks, I guess you could say.
Yes.
So for that, you have to include Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Number 4, our only guy from TNA, the Transformation of the Year winner, Bully Ray. Bully Ray, he was the leader of the Aces and Eights. That sorta overstayed their run, but you gotta respect the guy for devoting so much time to that, for definitely becoming somebody else, becoming a main event talent as opposed to just having a name change and being pushed to the top. You can definitely feel that Bully Ray deserved to be at the very top of TNA. And the winner for the 2013 Superstar of the Year goes to Daniel Bryan. I think that out of all of our awards, the one that doesn't really need a lot of explanation is this. Daniel Bryan has done everything this year that people have always wondered, oh, are WWE going to push him? Or they demoted him? WWE knows what they're doing. I honestly think after what we've been seeing right now, I don't know if it's purely based on fan reaction on recent weeks, probably, but you see where this guy's going, and they got to have something big planned for Daniel Bryan. He has great matches in tag team form, in singles form, in multiple man forms. You give this guy anything, and not only does he get guys like us, like the I guess you could say some of the smarts or the internet fans, whatever you want to call them nowadays. The kids are actually in favor of him, and it's not common for that to happen except guys like John Cena. So without a shadow of a doubt, Daniel Bryan deserves to be the 2013 Byte Superstar of the Year.
And we stole it from the WWE.
Maybe. So that is it for the 2013 Byte Awards. Remember, you can check out full-length shows over at Bytethat.com, iTunes, and Stitcher. You can also check out show clips right here on our YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/ByteThatCast. That is also how you can reach us over on Twitter. We tweet during Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views. We're going to have show clips. We're going to have Byte That YouTube exclusive videos and a lot more. 2014 is going to be action-packed, but we want you to be part of that process. So send us questions over at ByteThatCast@gmail.com. Recommendations, love, hate,